Yes, guys. So the news has just dropped, and I think we need to see about this one. We need to sit down and talk about. It. But yeah, this is a very strange one. Very. I think it's just an end of an era for a player who I just don't think gets enough credit from people outside of the fan base. Arsenal and Besiktas have agreed a 20 million euro fee for Leandro Trossard, 80 million pound upfront, and 2 million pounds in add-ons for the 31-year-old. Now the personal terms are not done yet, and it looks like the deal won't be progressing until after the World Cup, and that's from the Athletic. So yeah, it's solid as it gets. Leandro Trossard is leaving Arsenal. But before we get into what this means for the squad and what comes next, I want to spend time on what this man has actually given us, because I feel like the moment a player leaves, the conversation just goes on to who's Arsenal bringing next, and I think Trossard deserves a bit more than that. And let's start at the beginning, okay? January 2023, Arsenal are flying. Arsenal in the title race, and we're looking for a left winger. The primary target, Mudryk. We are all over that signing, and then Chelsea come out of nowhere, threw 89 million pounds at Shakhtar and hijacked the whole deal. And at the time, fans were furious. I remember I was upset as well, rightfully so. We'd been so close, but then within days, we turned around. We went to Brighton, and we signed Trossard for 27 million pound. And within his first game at Fulham, he became the first player in Premier League history to assist 3 goals in the first half of an away match. That's how quickly he hit the ground. Now fast forward to today, Mudryk has been one of the, is it rude to say flop, has just been a player that, okay, let's just say he's been a flop. He's been a very big flop. He's barely played. And when he does play, he doesn't really do much. Whilst Trossard has helped Arsenal win back-to-back Premier League titles, and he leaves with a league medal. The alternative universe, imagine where we sign Mudryk instead. I don't think we win the league. That butterfly effect of that Chelsea hijack might have actually done us a favour. That is wild to think about. Now, when you talk about numbers, because Trossard's stats are ridiculous when you look at them properly. This man in 2023, in his first season, he played, for his first full season, he played 46 games, 17 goals and 2 assists. And here's the part that really gets me. He only played a full 90-minute match in the Premier League 3 times that season. 3 times. He was doing that as a rotation player, coming off the bench, playing half games. Imagine what those numbers would have looked like if he was playing every week. Then last season, 56 appearances, the most by any Arsenal player since Dixon and Winterburn in 1994-1995 season. 10 goals, 10 assists, featured in every single Premier League game. The man was an absolute rock. And across this season, 7 goals and 6 assists. This man in total 100 appearances, 35 goals for 27 million pounds. That is brilliant. That is elite business. But forget the numbers for a second. The moments. That is the conversation around him. The Porto equaliser in the Champions League. The goal that takes us to the shootout. The shootout that takes us to the quarterfinal. I mean, without that goal, we're out. The late equaliser against Chelsea's. The winner against Manchester United. There's so many clutch goals. The North London derby this season. He scored and assisted in that 4-1 demolition of Spurs. And and listen, I think 7 of his 12 goals at one point, I forgot which season it was, it came when the scores were level. He wasn't just stat padding, he was the one who broke the deadlocks when we needed it the most. And the one I will always remember, 10th of May 2026, away at West Ham, the goal, when you look back at the title race, basically was the one that effectively won us the Premier League. 1-0 Trossard, he steps up and walks away like it's nothing. This is a player in a nutshell. He just doesn't do in the easy games. He does it when the pressure is on every single time. And I think a lot of Arsenal fans say he's a very clutch player. And look, he's doing it for Belgium as well. One of Belgium's best players. Like when you watch Belgium play, you know exactly what I mean. This is not a player who is done. He still has a few good years ahead of him. And what makes me wonder is whether Turkey is actually the right move for him. Because Besiktas are a big club, okay? The Turkish league is still a good league, but Trossard at 31, I would have loved to see him in like the Serie A, the Italian league. The pace of the game suits him. There will be more space, and if he lands at the right club, honestly, he could be like in the mix for and like a team that's mixing the Champions League football. I think it would be perfect for him. But if the money works for him personally, you can't really argue whether he's earned the right to make that decision. Now the big question is, what happens with Arsenal? What happens with Arsenal? Now look, it was coming for Arsenal. He had 1 year left on his deal. the signals have been there since the window opened that he'd be moving on. And look, we have to be ruthless. Arsenal have to be ruthless. That's what winning clubs do. Trossard is 31 years old. He's had his peak. He's had his peak years here. And if we want to defend the title, go deeper in Champions League and now go win it, we need to upgrade that left wing position. And that's our truth of it. Last season, we were rotating between Trossard, Martinelli. And with Trossard gone, that tells you literally everything, that Arsenal are going to be signing a left winger this summer, whether that's Morgan Rogers or Barcola. That's a completely separate conversation, and we'll do a video of that when it comes. But make no mistake, someone will be coming. But right now, this video isn't about who replaces Trossard. It's about appreciating just what he's given to us, because I think sometimes we don't do that enough. We bought this man as a panic buy, you could argue, after losing out on our #1 target. He went and became one of the most clutch players of Arteta's era. A Premier League title, some of the biggest goals in our history, and he leaves with his head held high, and he has a Premier League medal to show for it. Leandro Trossard, what a servant and what a player. Yeah, I'm kind of sad it is sadly over, but look, we have to be ruthless and we need to upgrade on him. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think. What was your favorite moments? What was your favorite Trossard moments in an Arsenal shirt? Let me know in the comments. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. It will be the England game tonight. I'm not sure if I will be making a match reaction to it. Like I said, I think England are going to win the World Cup, so I'm expecting England to go beat Mexico like comfortably. But yeah, I could be wrong. I could be making a match reaction and look absolutely stupid, but I'm quite confident that England will get the job done. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Wait, actually no, this will be recorded the day after the England game, so if you're watching this video now, it means England have beaten Mexico 100%. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.